Welcome to the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Kyla Ganton, and here's the seafood news for the week of August 12th, 2019. In this week's episode, we examine the haddock market a year after the U.S. imposed tariffs on China. It's a bewildering thought that a 10% U.S. imposed tariff on China turned into a 25% tariff and now just seems normal. This week's 3-Minute Market Insight is brought to you by Tradex Live, the world's seafood marketplace. Go to live.tradexfoods.com to find your seafood offers today. In the USA, demand for haddock from food service seems to be non-existent. Indicators show that there was enough haddock inventories in the country until the beginning of 2019, but since then orders have practically come to a halt. We are hearing there is some success with haddock bits and pieces, a byproduct of fillet and portion production. Domestically, we are also seeing U.S. vendors offering U.S. and Canadian-sourced haddock. Pricing on twice frozen haddock fillets at the end of 2016 was about $260 per pound, and raw material pricing in China hovered around $2,700 per metric ton. Strong North American demand for haddock through 2017 saw the price of twice frozen haddock fillets rise to about $350 per pound by mid-2018. After the 10% U.S. imposed tariff on China hit in September 2018, we saw prices at the end of 2018 rise to $375 per pound for twice frozen haddock fillets, and on the raw material side, a price increase to $3,400 per metric ton. Current pricing now, after the most recent tariff increase to 25%, is $460 per pound for twice frozen haddock fillets. However, raw material pricing in China has remained unchanged since 2018 at $3,400 per metric ton. Domestically, current pricing for single frozen U.S.-sourced haddock can be seen between $370 U.S. for smaller fish to $430 U.S. for larger fish. In Canada, unaffected by the U.S.-China trade wars, the market for haddock has remained steady. Pricing for twice frozen haddock fillets in Canada have averaged around $360 per pound FOB Toronto for the bulk of 2019. In China, value-added exports of haddock products into the U.S. are slow due to tariffs. One of the largest haddock processors in China has seen their volume of containers into the U.S. drop by 50%. Haddock processors in China are currently pushing their sales into the U.S., into the EU, and the U.K. We are also hearing that some Chinese processors believe U.S. buyers will start purchasing in the second half of this year due to high demand. Norwegian and Russian-sourced haddock raw materials in China have been steady over the last few years, averaging $3,400 per metric ton. The joint Norwegian and Russian haddock quota for 2019 was set at 172,000 metric tons, and the Directorate of Fisheries reports that by the end of July, about 67,000 metric tons had been harvested. The 2018 joint Norwegian and Russian haddock quota was 14% less than 2019 at 202,000 metric tons, where only 94,000 metric tons of haddock were harvested. Our recommendation to buyers is to start developing business in Canada, and if you are in need of haddock into the USA, to please contact us at Tradex Foods, where our expert sales and logistics team will help you find a solution. And finally, our Tradex Live offer of the week is for our Sinbad brand haddock fillets. This is our reliable value-added product line produced in Asia. There are 2019 production boneless, skinless, and come with a 100% net weight guarantee. Click or tap the icon above to view more details for this offer. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Kyla Ganton. Buy smart and eat more seafood.